Hi, hello, and welcome to Capricorn Venus Tarot. I'm Capricorn Venus. So today we're doing a follow-up of a video that I did a couple weeks back, which was how do men see your beauty? And so now we're doing how do women see your beauty? So we've got 4 piles. Pile number 1, got the jade. Pile number 2 with my orange citrine. Pile number 3 with the rose quartz, and pile number 4 with the serpentine. Alrighty, go ahead and pick your pile, give you some time, and then I'll see you in there. My little root beer. Classy. Okay. Hopefully that was enough time. Okay. Pile number 1. How do women see pile number 1's beauty? Okay, well, right away, pile number 1, I think women see you as like a very protective type. You're giving off big sister energy, aunt with an open door policy energy, guard dog friend, you know? I think I think women really feel safe in your presence, like physically safe. So how do they see pile number 1's beauty? So maybe you're taller too. I feel like maybe there's something about your physicality, like maybe you're athletic, or maybe you're taller, or you could just have like a stank face, you know? But it's coming across in like a really positive way to women, to where they know that they're safe with you, and like they could go out in public with just the two of you, and they wouldn't have to be the one like stepping up to, like, for example, they would like to have you as a best friend or a partner, you know, depending on what your interests are. I think that they like the idea of that. Like, something about your beauty makes them like the idea of that. Because maybe they wouldn't have to step up to the plate all the time, or they can tell that you would be able to turn away people. Like on purpose, you know? Yeah, you must have like a resting bitch face that is like very impactful. It's a part of your beauty. Like, people really like this face that you give. This resting bitch face or something. Like, it almost doesn't even feel like a resting bitch face. It feels like whatever face you make when you're mad, or like your bitchy face. Hilarious. And again, the title is how do women see your beauty, so this is being seen very positively. So don't take it negative, because people really like it. Some people have an ugly resting bitch face, you know. But one, you've got a hot one. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I mean, we got the King of Wands. That's what I'm saying. Like, and the 8 of Pentacles. You give off this like mother hen. I don't know. It's something about your beauty that really takes up space and is very powerful. So women see your beauty as a leader. Like, there's something about your beauty that is giving leader. It's giving Regina George, you know. That's how people see you. They see you as somebody who would bring them under your wing, and they can completely trust you. So I feel like with women seeing you this way, there's something conventionally attractive about you. And women are seeing you as conventionally attractive, someone who they could lean on in society. You know what I mean? Like, if they had you as a friend or a partner or whatever, like I said, a cousin, a close cousin or something, like, they would be seen higher, and they would be protected in a societal way. So that's interesting. Okay. I'm getting such an interesting vibe. Okay. How do women see pile number one's beauty? Four of Wands, stable. It's so specific. Yeah, I think women. So this is interesting because I do think there's something to this gendered reading actually, which normally I don't really like. Just because I think that, and we're talking just regular like mainstream society, like the majority of society, men might feel more safe in the presence of a woman who is super mothering, super comforting, super caring or something. But what I'm seeing here is women feel safe with you because you're not that. You're more forceful. There's something like forceful, stable, earth signy about you. And it comes across in your beauty. Maybe you wear very consistent, like you have a style, you have a unique but specific to you way you dress, and it's stable and it's forceful and it's conventionally attractive and it's perceived well by society, and it's also harsh enough to keep people out. Again, it's like this guard dog energy that you give off to women that they take really positively. Yeah, the aunt that's gonna come to your school and like beat up your bully. You know, I even feel like women see you as somebody who would be protective at the detriment of reality. Like you would be protective of them, like a true ride or die. You're giving true ride or die, like family, friend, lover, every sense of the word, ride or die. Okay. Yeah, and you're just very beautiful too. And okay, so with the Empress coming up, I think you also do have this like really caringness, but I think it's you know, specifically to those people that you've given the ride or die energy to, whereas everybody can see that you are a ride or die and they like that about you. But I think when you have people under your wing, after they actually get under your wing, they see this Empress side where you're constantly healing other people's wounds and you're durable. Like there's something not breakable about you and not breakable about your beauty. And I think also maybe you dress in like a sporty way, could be. Because we've got like this bandana and the work gloves. It's like you dress to work. You dress to go. Like maybe you're a combat boot kind of person. So then you wear combat boots with a dress. You wear combat boots with your jeans. You wear combat boots every day of the week. I love those people. I could see you being one of those people. Work boots, cowboy boots, tennis shoes always, you know, something like that. And it doesn't have to be that specifically, although I'm sure for a lot of you it probably is something like that where you're always, because that's a common thing that people do. And I could see that being perceived in this way, like somebody who's always ready, you know, to run, ready to fight, ready to get into it because of the way you physically dress. And again, you have a strength. I think women really notice your strength. You might be like, yeah, like I was saying, like physically strong, but also maybe you're flexible too. So women, again, they admire this. There's something about your beauty that women really admire, not even in a way where they're wanting to be you, but more in a way of like how you admire like an older cousin. You know, you see them and you're just like, wow, that's so cool. I don't know, there's something... See, it's like right on the tip of my tongue, kind of. Okay. How do women see pile number one's beauty? 1 second. Fix this. Okay. How do women see pile number one's beauty? Yeah, you're like very steady. So you may be healing their wounds and you may be, you know, planning parties and you may be hosting things and you may be starting fights, but I just don't see you ever having problems. There's something about your beauty that makes people view you, I think they put you on a pedestal. Yeah, I think women put you on a pedestal, or they see you as this like pillar of the community. They see you as a person who doesn't have struggles of their own, but instead is just running around like helping others, you know, and is like the rock. Like I think that is a good way to explain the way women view you, is like a rock, somebody they can rely on, somebody they never have to worry about. That's kind of what I was saying with, men versus women with this whole feeling comfortable. I think a lot of men feel comfortable or safer around a woman that they need to protect. And that's a whole, whatever, that's psychological or something. And this is just, not everybody, just like generalized ideas about how things go, and a lot of people prescribe to that. So, but I think with women, in a generalized way, they prefer somebody who they don't have to worry about, because as women often we're like asked to care about everybody. So if we can like look at one person and be like, you're one less person that I have to constantly be worried about, there's something really comforting about that. I feel like everybody can feel that. But yeah, I feel like that's how women feel about you. Pile 1 is like, you're like a breath of fresh air because you're one less person that they have to worry about. You know how to take care of your shit. You're very self-sufficient. Self-sufficient and active, How do women see pile number 1's beauty? And you don't get trapped. I think women also see your beauty as somebody who is street smart. There's something about you. So I just imagined like Cardi B type, somebody who just seems street smart. And so you wouldn't be afraid to go out in public with them. I know there's some girls, like sometimes you meet a girl and you're like, maybe they want to go out dancing and you're kind of like, I don't know, because you kind of seem like the kind of girl that's going to walk off when she's drunk and I'm going to have to chase her down. And that's the opposite of what you are. I feel like with you, pile 1, they imagine themselves being able to go on a trip in Europe with you because you guys could walk around downtown at night and they would feel safe because they would feel like you would know what to do and you wouldn't act crazy and you wouldn't act in a way that would get people in trouble. You're so stable and healing and just smart. I feel like they're really seeing that in your beauty. Okay. How do women see pile number 1's beauty? Yeah, they see you as someone stable, someone that they could build a life with because of how you make life engaging. Like, look at these pictures even. I don't know how well you can see them, but this one is one of a Halloween party, looks like. Here's somebody, setting the table. Here's someone putting candles down. Here's some guy up here putting up lanterns. Everybody's an active participant. It looks like a backyard party, So there's something about, there's a stability to being able to celebrate holidays every year because you're not constantly caught up in a drama. You're constantly caught up in like decorating for each season and planning for different people's birthdays. It just seems like you're the kind of person who has their priorities straight, and loyalty is a big thing to you. There's something about your appearance and your beauty that women just can immediately see that loyalty is big to you. So maybe you have like something like a wedding ring, maybe you have a house, or you have like a job where you have to care for other people, or a job where you have to be like very stable. Like it's not a job you can show up late to. It's not a job you could take an extended vacation from. And so people see that and it adds to your beauty because it further reinforces this idea of you being really stable, you being someone who is, it's so funny because they're perceiving that you wouldn't even call it like being committed. It's like loyalty is somehow very important to your whole vibe. And women are really seeing this in your beauty. Loyalty, trust, ride or die. Maybe you look like a mob boss or a mob boss wife or something. Like you might have that kind of look where I know I do associate that with like, like local royalty. You know what I mean? Like you could be in a big family and, make sure everybody stays in line and keep everybody together for every holiday and be a part of that. Like there's something about your beauty that looks like that. Okay. How do women see pile number 1's beauty? 6 is Virgo, 11 is Aquarius. Ooh. And 4, got another 4 here. 4 is Cancer. So again, this is kind of what we tapped into already. Actually, this one too. We've already tapped into how they see that you're very loving, very, very loving, able to go really deep with people. I want to say Lana Del Rey has like a heavy Cancer placements. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you know, she has that song like Ride or Die, or what is it? Live or Die? Jeez, now I can't remember. Nope, I'm not gonna remember. But anyway, it's that same kind of vibe. You might even dress like Lana Del Rey, or look like her, or wear the makeup like her, or have sleek hair like that, or something. I don't know. There's something about that. But yeah, so you've got that energy of long term or nothing, which is very Cancer. And then you also have this Virgo-ness of keeping everything in line, you know, like a hard driver kind of, you know, somebody who picks up every piece. Like, that's kind of what I was getting with this 4 of Wands image here with them, you know, one of them doing this task, it's like you can coordinate. So again, this takes the burden off of these women. It's sad we have to think about it like so much like that, but yeah, I just think that they see you as somebody who could relieve a lot of their burdens. There's something about your beauty that just brings people in. It's reminding me of that music video, and it was just in my last video, and it's by Kalani, and it's, of course, now I can't remember, but even the way Kalani looks, there's something about that. I don't know. Okay. But what is with the Aquarius? Because that's interesting. I mean, I do think that everybody could see, and then we get Queen of, so we've gotten King and Queen of Wands. So you have a very sexually potent energy that women are seeing. You're very dynamic, alive, intense. Again, it's like loyalty, you know, best friends or nothing. You're my favorite cousin. You're the love of my life, you know, and like you might speak in these kind of grand terms. I am getting that with the Cancer here too. Like you might speak in these really grand terms. And again, just something that really adds to your beauty because it just enhances this whole image that you've got. But yeah, 11th house is about friendships. So you might have friendships from a long time ago. And no matter who you are, that's attractive, right? And so women are seeing these long-term friendships that you've had, or the way you act with your friends, or like what kind of friend you are, you know, somebody who would plan a party, and it adds to your beauty. It just shows how caring and sweet you are, and how loving, you know, as much as you require from others, because you're so intense and you're so alive and you're so vibrant and funny and charming and you know, take up a lot of space, you give that back in so many ways. So there's like this mutualness that you have, Pile 1, that women really see. I'm noticing these colors too here. So there's something about, maybe you have deep green eyes, or you could have amber eyes. Confirmation if you have one of those color eyes, but also like maybe you wear jewel tones, or there's something very rich, ambery, yeah, about either your skin tone or how you dress. I think even the 2 people I've mentioned, Kalani and Lana Del Rey, I just thought up Normani as well. I don't know, something about those 3 types of beauty that I'm seeing. Luminous, like minimalistic in a way with their outfits, and yet highly aestheticized. Like your beauty is very aestheticized, you know, it's obviously your aesthetic and it's very distinctly you, but it's also, there's a simpleness to it. There's a minimalism there that women are picking up on. Okay, how do women see pile number 1's beauty? And then we keep getting the Devil. So I also, again, there's definitely a sensuality to you. I think all 3 of those people we just mentioned, there's a sensuality. And so that gives Taurus as well. And the Empress is ruled by Taurus and Libra. So right now we've got Aquarius, Taurus, Libra, Cancer, and Virgo. I think Capricorn as well, just because I'm just seeing all the air signs, or all the, I was going to say earth signs, but I guess you could be an air sign, because we do have Aquarius and Libra, so Gemini's the only one missing. There's something about you at every era, too. I feel like you're the kind of person, how do women see your beauty? They see it in eras. So maybe these are your ride or die people, your family, long-term partner, best friends from childhood or something. They've seen you in multiple eras, and they love all these different eras of your beauty. And they really, they want to focus on that and really mention that. Okay. You just have, like, you're a whole ass movie. Like, you're a whole ass vibe. Okay. Like, you don't let things trap you, too. It's like, it's so funny because there's something about your personality which really is kind of catapulting your beauty, because your beauty is pretty on the nose. Like, you're just obviously beautiful. And you're obviously handsome. Like, you have some sort of general attractiveness, but then the type of your beauty and how women see your specific beauty is your whole persona. I'm thinking of, like, Carmilla from The Sopranos, like, or who's that other girl that's on there? I can't remember. But that kind of vibe where the fact that she's like a mob boss wife, it changes the way you look at her beauty, doesn't it? I mean, that's just kind of the vibe. It's the same with Kalani. I just feel like her energy and the way she moves through the world, it changes the way you see her beauty, and I feel like that's the same with you. Okay. Yeah, there's just something about this protectiveness. You sometimes get this, like, fierce look in your eye. You sometimes get really intense, or maybe you'll quiet down and you'll say something to a friend, or you'll say something to a woman, and this is very attractive. So even women that are not attracted to you, they're attracted to this. And there's something, like, it makes them feel alive. I think your energy makes women feel alive. Platonic or romantic. I don't know, either way. But it just, it brings people into the present, especially maybe you're a person who becomes friends or dates a lot of air signs or something. So they kind of get addicted to your energy. I think women really do get addicted to your energy because it makes them feel, they're just like, there's just something. Because I just keep getting the Queen of Wands, which, first of all, Queen of Wands, sex symbol icon, something magical about them, very protective, will beat a bitch up if they try to come for their friends or something. But here in this image, we have this friend holding back another friend from touching the fire. So again, it's like this protectiveness, this authoritative energy you have. And it's not condescending, it's caring. You have like a mean caring, or like a mean, fierce protectiveness, and you could turn to your friend and say, do not go anywhere, or something like that. Maybe you've done that to some women and they loved it. Like, they were either very attracted to it, if this is like a romantic kind of situation, or they responded extremely well to it. So, interesting. How do women see pile number one's beauty? Yeah, you're smart too. Like, you can be sneaky. Okay, here we go. 5 of Wands, 7 of Swords, and 2 of Wands. So it's like you can make choices. You can decipher difficult situations. Again, it's like the Regina George, or somebody who is not unwilling to create a campaign against somebody who hurt their friend. Like, somebody who is not unwilling to sneak around to further the better good is kind of what I'm getting. And this is sexy to women. Like, just straight up, even if they're not attracted to women, I just feel like this is sexy to women because they just admire it. Again, is they really just admire it. Yeah, and okay, the High Priestess, perfect. You know, like, just somebody who they can trust, who can lead in not just a forceful, energetic, you know, shooting a gun in somebody's face, not literally, kind of forceful way, but also in a strategic way. You know how to play politics, and you can, you know, throw hands if need be. That's the energy you're giving anyway. Yeah, again, Kalani just keeps coming up over and over in my mind as somebody who women are comparing you to. For a man, oh, you know what? Who's that guy in the TV show about a chef? And he got really famous for a little bit, and he always wears like a white t-shirt or a wife beater, and he's got like brown curly hair, and he looks kind of serious in the eye. It's the show is called The Bear. So that would be the guy version I'm seeing, like how women see your beauty. Kalani and the guy from The Bear. So, you know, apply it how it resonates, but that's what I'm seeing in my mind. So, yeah, I think you're slick tongued too. Like, you know how to talk. Like, you mostly can do forceful. I feel like that's your number one go-to because you have this fiery persona, but you can also do sly. Like, you can do sly really, really well. You can do charm really, really well. Like, you can morph into all these situations, which again adds to why women really trust you. They want to follow you. They want to be under your wing. Yeah. You could have really nice hands as well. You could have something like angelic to your body posture and the way you walk. It's going to be different, you know, for all of you guys out there, but something about that, something about the way you walk and the way you move and how you pose in pictures too. Okay, let's pull some music videos. Let's see. How do women see pile number one's beauty? How do women see pile number one's beauty? And let's do that one. And this one. We did get Normani. And I like her look in this as well. It's just, yeah. And something about this criminality too, because there's handcuffs and the police can show up. To me. And the way Kelly Uchis dresses, yes. She's a great example of the thing I was thinking in my head. Now, Lucky's really interesting because I feel like they view you on a pedestal. They definitely put you on a pedestal. Women put you on a pedestal, and so they never see you cry. They never see you break. And so maybe that kind of, it adds to this allure. It adds to this backstory they're giving you in their head. Yeah, and this is like very ride or die. She has a bunch of friends with her in the car. Also the way she looks in that one. But yeah, I'll leave these all down below. Thank you very much. Pile number one. Getting all tongue-tied at the end of here. Okay, I will leave these down below, and I'll see you next time. Okay. You get to start with the oracles. Pile number two, because they really, really wanted that. I think women see your beauty as kind of messy chic. Like Brittany Murphy. Or Timothy Chalamet. Kind of vibes. Messy, chic, you know, sunset on a European beach, or reading a book on a patio chair. I don't know. Let's see. How do women see pile number 2's beauty? Okay, roll the dice. How do women see pile number 2's beauty? You seem like a gambler too. I felt like that was kind of a perfect role there. So there's something about your beauty that is just like screaming a gamble, a risk. You look like trouble when you walked in or something, kind of vibes. So then we got Scorpio, Taurus, which are sister signs, funny enough, and Aries. So yeah, you're a one-man show. Like, you're very independent. Confirmation. Yeah, think about Brittany Murphy and Timothy Chalamet, like I'm saying. Like, obviously right now Timothy Chalamet is with Kylie Jenner or whatever, but I just think that he looks like the single guy in some European bar, you know, and Brittany Murphy just seems like somebody who wouldn't want to be in a long-term relationship or something, but it would be very intense if you were in one. So, okay. Anyway, Scorpio and Taurus axis. That's really interesting. Yeah, there's definitely a danger to you. Like, definitely a danger, a mysterious edge to you. Like a feeling of being out of control. Women see your beauty as something like out of control and fun and engaging and mysterious, and oh, it's trouble for sure. They don't feel very safe with you, but like in a positive way. They feel alive, excited with you. Okay. How do women see pile number 2's beauty? Like that you take people out of their world somehow. Like, I don't know. You take women out of their world somehow. Yeah, okay, wow. So you are very protective of yourself. You have a lot of boundaries up. It's like you have a hard outer shell that people just want to crack through. You know, you're that quiet person, or you don't even have to be quiet, but it's just like there's something mysterious to the point where people want to get to know you. You're the artistic type. That's how women see you anyway. They see you as this artist type who never lets their walls down for anybody. And so I'm going to be the one, me the woman, I'm going to be the one to crack in there. You know, platonic and romantic. I'm seeing both. You're just a person who seems to live a devil-may-care kind of lifestyle, and it's really enchanting and attractive to women. You make them feel like life is not, it's like they don't feel safe with you because, like, you know, you're not going to be the one to protect them or, you know, retire them or, you know, be the one to do everything for them. But it's like they feel safe because you exist. Because you're so free, it gives them the feeling they should be free too, or they can be free too. And because you would never let someone own you, you would never let someone control you, they feel safe by that. Because if you don't want to be controlled, then you won't try to control them. That's how they feel anyway, you know? Hopefully you wouldn't, right? Too. But they feel like you wouldn't try to control them. You would understand the need to be free, you know, that you guys would have that in common. That's how women see it anyway. That women see your beauty as something that is deserving of these barriers that you put in place. Like they respect this kind of wall you have up with other people. I'm seeing like Penny Lane is another example of somebody I'm seeing for you. In terms of how women see your beauty, like Penny Lane, somebody who's just going around, has her own agenda, you know, and is always ready to have fun. What is it? She has this quote that's like, never let it get too serious, girls. What did she say? She's never let it get too serious. If you're always having fun, then you never get hurt. I'll have to link that down below. But that's the kind of energy that women get from your beauty. If you never take it too serious, then you never get hurt. And they can see that from you. So they see that you have depth, and they also see that you're protective of yourself. And they really like this combination. You're very mysterious. You take the world as it comes. Like, you've probably seen some shit. You've probably been hurt. And so women can see this in your beauty, and it gives you this enigmatic quality, that they really like. Okay? It awakens that side of themselves, like you're such the artist that it awakens that artist side of them. Think of the Timothy Chalamet and Kylie Jenner. It's like, probably he makes her feel more romantic and less Instagram. It makes her feel more like she's in a novel. And that's what you do for women as well, pal too. So maybe like you attract a lot of normally kind of women who want to take a ride on the wild side, like something like that. Okay. Beginnings. Interesting. Yeah, you have that full energy of, I'll try anything once. I'll go skydiving, and there's something really attractive in that. I think also you have this, you might have curly hair, or just like really free kind of hair, or maybe you don't style it a lot, or maybe it's styled to look very natural, or I don't know. Something about that for your beauty. How do women see Paltu's beauty? How do women see Paltu's beauty? Aw, a crushed flower still gives off a sweet scent. Yeah, I mean, I hope you don't take that too, like, negatively, because women they're respecting this and they're liking this about you, that they can see that you've been hurt. When you meet Penny Lane in the movie, since you're not a 12-year-old boy and you're watching the movie, you kind of have this sense that she has been hurt, that she has some secrets. She's gone through some stuff. But it adds to her beauty. And it adds to her beauty even more that even though she's been crushed, even though that she's been hurt, dragged through the mud maybe, she hasn't let that deter from her loving herself, or she hasn't let that deter her from engaging in the world and still going out there and still being this icon. Wallflower. Look for the crack in the concrete to find your way out. So, yeah. Women are really loving, and they can sense this nothing can stop you vibe. You give off the nothing can stop you vibe very, very heavily, Paltu. It's like maybe you've been, beaten up a bit and you've gone through whatever, but you keep on clawing. Like, it's get up 10. What is it? Knock me down 9 times, but I'll get up 10. Yeah, there's just something about that. Beginnings. And courage. You don't fear the negative things in life. You just jump head first. You jump head first, and you enjoy life, and you take being poured over concrete as a challenge. You'll find your way out. You can always slip through the cracks towards a better destination. Something about that with you. I find you very intriguing personally, Paltu. And throughout this reading, I've only used oracle decks with you. So again, just really unconventional. Very, very unconventional. And brave. Yeah, we got courage and now we got bravery. Yeah, so it's giving me Sagittarius energy too. And then we've got Scorpio, Taurus, and Aries. And the thing with Scorpio with the 8th house is all about taboo. And I feel like there's no such thing as a taboo to you, Paltu. You will talk about sex with a stranger. Like, that's the vibe you're giving off. It might not be specifically true for you, but that's the vibe you're giving off to women. And they feel like nothing is off limits from you. Like, you could teach them a lot because you would be willing to say how many people you've slept with. You would be willing to say, tips on how to cheat the system. Like, you would be willing to say the things that other people wouldn't be willing to teach them about, you know, like, you don't seem like the kind of girl that, or you don't seem like the kind of person that would gatekeep. Like, if somebody said, oh, where'd you get those jeans? They feel like you would tell them, and you would delight in that. There's something about that carefree energy and not closed off energy. You have a boundary around your heart, but you're very open with everybody, you know, and maybe some people say, like, if you're open with everybody, you don't have anybody in your close circle, and that can be your own road to follow about too. But I think it serves you in a lot of ways. But yeah, the 8th house is all about taboo and, you know, stuff that other people aren't willing to talk about, you know, lifting the carpet and showing the dust. And I feel like you do that, and you don't mind, and you have a good time doing it. The 1st house is all about, like, yourself, and you do have a really good self-preserving and self-directed life. But the 2nd house is all about possessions. So I'm just like, maybe, yeah, you're just like a hustler. Okay, I get it. I see. So women also see that you're like a hustler. You're going to get where you need to go. Again, Penny Lane keeps coming to mind. You know, she's a groupie or something, right? So she goes to each concert. How is she doing that? Like, does this woman have a job? I don't know. But that's the kind of energy you give off, pal, too. It's like, where are you getting your money? You're a hustler. You know, you make it work. You'll always have enough for what your desires are. But I think it's because you have such an eye on the prize being enjoyment, or the prize being exploration, or it could be some niche thing that you're really interested in and you follow it blindly. I don't know. There's something about that, but you'll definitely always get there. Women have trust that you will get where you need to go. Like, you're gonna do it however it needs to be done. Something about that. Okay, interesting. How do women see pile number 2 is beauty, balance, and expansion? How do women see pile number 2 is beauty, balance, and expansion? That's interesting. Okay, so balance and expansion was kind of 2 very different things. And vision and contentment, that seems like 2 very different things. And I was thinking that, you know, Scorpio and Taurus, they're supposed to be the same, or the opposite sides of the same coin, right? Yeah, so you just have all these different sides to you, and people kind of get whiplash from you a little bit. Or women. Yeah, here's expansion. It's like, oh, okay, I see. So you're always reaching for a new height, and yet in each moment you're happy where you are. That's amazing. Bob, too. I'm loving that about your beauty too. It's like you are always improving, and yet you're not hating on the current you. You're really enjoying the current you. You seem more content than anybody these women have ever met. And this contentment with life and this energy for your right now is so contagious. But then at the same time, even though it seems like you love this moment, you love this era you're in, you don't stay there. It's like you're so content that people are shocked when you do something else. You're so happy in this job. People are shocked when you switch career paths. And it's not because you hated the old career path. It's because you have vision. You're constantly expanding. You want more out of life. You want a lot out of life. You are squeezing life dry for all it's got. And women really see this about your beauty, and it's wondrous. It's magical. There's something very magical about your beauty, like otherworldly is not even right, because magical or special. Okay. Let's end this off with this here. How do women see Pile 2's beauty? 3 cards. I'm gonna get the Wheel of Fortune again. Maybe we got that in the last pile, I can't remember. How do women see Pile 2's beauty? They see you as a thought leader. They see you as somebody, they see your beauty as somebody who's constantly pushing the envelope. So you might be a style icon as well. Because we do keep bringing up Penny Lane, and what do we know Penny Lane from? The coat, right? So there's something about you that is very much a style icon. Quick moving. They see you as like just on to the next so fast. They have to hold on for all they've got. But they got to be careful not to hold on too tight, or you're gonna get a little mad. That's funny. How do women see pile number 2's beauty? It's like, yeah, you definitely can't be caught. And there's definitely something about your hands. So maybe you always have your nails painted, maybe different colors. It also could be if you're, muscly, you have like very vascular hands or something like that. That's interesting for somebody out there. If not, then you could also just have like, yeah, there's just something about your hands for sure. I think it'll be different for all of you, but so drawn to the hands. I don't know. It also feels like you have a hand in everything. Like they're always surprised to hear what you've done before. You know, you have this amazing life story in some way that women think it adds to your beauty, because maybe they see you in this current stage, but then you tell them about a past stage where the image of you just completely shifts when they hear about this past thing. I'll give an example, like I'm a massage therapist, and then I'll tell somebody that I used to work at Disney. I don't know. That's just like a small example, but maybe it would really change the way they see you. Or, yeah, I don't know. Something about that. Okay. I think also women notice that you don't really care about practicality when it comes to clothes. You are very like, you'd be the type to go on a long walk around the city even though you're wearing heels. Like you're kind of, there's something impractical about your beauty, and yet it doesn't faze you. I don't know what the male version of that would be. I don't know, just something very impractical. You're wearing jeans to the gym, like kind of vibes, but you're like really buff or something. I'm not sure what that would be, but applied to your situation. Just an impracticality. Your hair is always a mess. Oh, you know what really annoys me, but I feel like this relates to your beauty pile too, is like when you see in a horror movie or an action movie, the main character is a woman and they leave their hair down the whole movie, and it's like, put your damn hair up. You're running this whole movie. Put your hair up. And I feel like maybe women think that to you, pile too. It's like, why you're doing all this physical activity, like put your hair up. It does not need to be perfectly curled. You're going to the gym. You know, I don't know, there's something to that. I'm not sure what it is. I'm just using gym examples because that's like an easy thing to think of, but I'm sure it'll be different for all of you, right? You have this like calm, neutral expression too. Like you just have like such a sweet, like, there's like a naiveness to your face, like just to your facial expressions somehow. Again, it's like this whole energy with your beauty, pile too, is like, wrong energy for the time and place, and yet you get away with it because you have this like naive face, or like this whole freshness to your energy. I don't know. Okay. And yet you're a really hard worker. Or again, you could be very fit, and so that implies hard work with your beauty. Or you could curl your hair every day, which again implies hard work. Something about that. Something about your beauty implies hard work. And I'm leaning more towards like athleticism or expensive clothes, maybe even. It's like you're hustling. Again, it's like this hustling energy of I gotta have this purse, so how much money do I need to make at a job in order to get this purse? I'm gonna get that amount of money and then maybe I'll go to a different job. You know, it's like something about that. I'm gonna sell, you know, just enough of my old clothes so that I can buy this new piece of clothing, and it's like way too out of your price range, and yet you just really wanted it, so you're gonna have it. You're gonna hustle to get what you want. Oh, it's the Knight of Cups. So I think people do pursue you. Like, I think you have a lot of simps on your trail, Patu, or lover girls on your trail or whatever. Like, I just feel like you have a lot of people who wish they could be with you and can't. So it's not even about like lots of exes, although maybe you have lots of exes, but I just think also there's a lot of people like hot on your trail. You know, you have several people wanting your attention and affection, no matter what era you're in or no matter what job you're in. Like, even if you're new to a workplace, I just feel like in every space you inhabit, you have one or two people just lusting after you. You get better with time. It's like you don't even look, it's not like you look like super young or something. It's more that you look ageless. You know, maybe you look, it's giving like the mom, the Cullen mom. What is her name? Esmeralda? That's not right. Esme. There we go. Like an Esme vibe of like you're the same age as your daughters or something. It's like nobody can quite place your age. Mid-20s for your entire life kind of vibes. Yeah, you always have something to offer to the conversation too. You're a very engaging person, very interesting person, very knowledgeable person. Just fun. And again, there's that hidden backstory too. You've got that wounded self-healer though. I feel like you're very inwardly focused. When it comes to interpersonal stuff, you're mostly focused on yourself and your own inner needs and your own backstory and your own motives, like I was saying. And then you're externally focused in what you want to learn about and you know, what's your obsession and everything. But I would say you're not super involved in interpersonal conflicts. People chase after you, and people might get irritated with you, and you might leave people in your wake. But as far as you engaging with it, no. And women really sense this about you. You're constantly just looking at the horizon. On to the next, on to the next, on to the next adventure. Let me bring you something good. Let me bring you a little trinket from my travels, you know? I love that. Okay, perfect. Yeah, and let's not undersell the sexiness there with the Ace of Wands, you know. Yeah, you look like you would get down. Again, people are after you. People are on your ass, Pabtu. They really are. People are hot on your trail. And I'm sure you know that, and you're having to outrun them. Or maybe you know, you've been doing this for quite a while. You know how to outrun them pretty easily. But they're still there. I want to take this one. Yeah, it's like women and other people brag about you, and then women see it. Like, there's something about people bragging about you, and if they got to be with you, they would be bragging about that forever, you know? And then I feel like you might look like Rose here. And I like it how it's like the whole town is exploding, and she's just like walking around looking pretty. Something messy, chaotic about you a little bit. Okay, how do women see Patu's beauty? This reminds me of this whole backstory thing. Like, I just feel like maybe you weren't always like this, and that's why they know you've had to work hard to be able to be the person you want to be. Maybe you had to break away from a system, a religion, a family, an ex-partner, you know, you had to break away from something in order to embody this like free energy you've got, and people can see that. Everybody is like very interested in, I think like a lot of people might be super interested in kind of tying you down, settling you down. And so you might be always on the run, you know? It's funny. Two things. I think also women see you as somebody who has big plans for their life. And then also women see you as the person who would never get basically trapped to some loser, or you know how to slip the noose, I guess, is the imagery that's coming up. Okay? Again, with these simps on your tail. Yeah, this is exactly it. This is what I'm talking about. You can't be trapped because you got your own motives. You know, it's like maybe a lot of people that these women interact with, their motives are pretty obvious. They want money, they want to be proposed to, you know, or they want, they want money, or they want commitment, or they want something from you. And you, pile 2, it seems like you've got your own motives, so you're not easily swayed by these things that other people are easily swayed by. Yeah, you also really know how to move on. I think we've touched on that several times. With your beauty, pile 2, there's just something about your beauty that says like you're just sweeping through, you know, your hair is blowing in the wind. Again, with that naturalism. Lots of blondes in this too. Other colors of hair as well. Also natural curly hair. Changing your hair. A lot about the hair. So I think women think a lot about your hair, pile 2, and how they really like it. It's a good thing. Always looks perfect, maybe perfectly messy, perfectly, there's something about that. You might change up your style, I don't know. Yeah, you definitely could. I think people also, women also know the only way to kind of get you is to keep it casual. Because, like, meet me at our spot, like, that's kind of the least amount of commitment you can offer to someone, is just see me. Come see me, you know? Like, so I feel like that's something else about your beauty is just how hard you have to work for it, how kind of strategic you have to be to get with you, pile 2. Friendship or otherwise, honestly, I think it'd be hard to be your friend too. Not in a hard to be your friend, but hard to get to be your friend. Because you're so exciting and you're so busy. You know, I feel like people would feel very special to get out an hour of your day where you guys meet at this bridge underneath a highway. You know, like that's all that anyone would need from you. I think you're the entertainment, pile 2. Like, you are a very interesting person. You're worth getting even in a very small dose. Yeah, and they definitely admire and have seen you, some of these women have seen you bounce back in such a way that is very, very impressive. Maybe bounce back several times. And you just always seem like the person who is never left looking like a fool. Like, for some reason, that is coming across heavily. So that's all I've got for you, pile 2. Thank you very much, and I will see you next time. Okay. Pile number 3. How do women see pile number 3's beauty? Shiny. Glossy. Even with a man here, if you're a man, pile 3, I'm seeing like carved cheekbones, you know, smooth, clean shaven or something, or else like glossy hair. Yeah, something very glossy to you, pile 3. Maybe you wear a lip gloss every day. Or maybe your hair is just very shiny in a good way. I'm sensing that you might be the quiet type, strong silent type. And women see this about your beauty? Okay. How do women see pile number 3's beauty? Virgo, Taurus. So all earth sign. I am getting kind of like a stern energy almost from you. Like sharp or pointy, but like, yeah, it's just like sharp cheekbones. I keep getting the sharp cheekbones, glossy lips, even for a man. Maybe you just have very hydrated lips. You're always, it's like you're clean too. I think women see you as like very clean, very well maintained, and like you could snuggle up next to you, friendship or a romantic, like you could get close to you in a booth and it would be a pleasant experience. Like maybe you smell like lemons, or you have a very clean scent. Spearmint, peppermint, rose. I already said lemon, orange, mandarin orange or something. So confirmation if you have that in your cologne or perfume. How do women see pile 3's beauty? Okay, and then we have Cancer. Smooth too. You might have really nice breasts if you have breasts, and you might also, if you're a man, you have really nice muscle definition. Even if you're skinny, you have nice muscle definition, and if you're bigger, there's something very smooth, clean, like perfectly rounded about your skin. If you're heavier, again, very clean. I can just imagine like petting your arm, and we make cookies together, and you chide me for using too much sugar because the recipe says right here we only need this much. It's a very sweet energy. Like you would chide me in like a very nice tone, and we would laugh and smile, and maybe we'd have some soft music playing. Like there's something about a day in with you. Your beauty gives off like a day in where you guys, yeah, like I said, make cookies, do the laundry. Pile 3, like you would be the type to like tease someone for the way they fold their laundry. Well, that's not the way you're supposed to do it. That's kind of the energy. You have really nice teeth. Women really notice your smile and your lips, and your skin and your hair. Again, you're just very put together in some way. It's like, even if you're, okay, so somebody just balked at that. Like, it doesn't have to be literally put together, but because you're so clean seeming, it adds to it. Because you might even be the type, I could see a person in a flannel with a white tee under there, and you're wearing a sweatpants, a flannel, and a white tee. But the way it looks is very much fall day baking cookies. Afternoon tea. Even if it's very casual. You could do a bare nail. You might not, but it's more the energy than it is like literally you wear bare nails. There's just something about that. I don't know. I'm liking it. I'm really liking it. Cozy. Like, I think women see your beauty as very cozy. I haven't even pulled any cards. Okay, let me pull some cards. I'm getting a lot from it though, so I feel like women really notice your beauty. They really, really, really notice this beauty, and they think about it, and they want more of that energy, and they, they're very drawn to you. And again, friendship and romantic, I feel like they're drawn to you. You're very slow and steady, and yet passionate. Like you have a lot of enjoyment, and yet you're very particular. Like you're very picky, and yet you're very fun at the same time. You can stay at home, but make it enjoyable. You're not lazy. You might know every single item of your clothing. Maybe you're that kind of person who has a capsule wardrobe or wears the same t-shirt every single day pretty much, or you wash it every night, you know? Yeah, I could see that for you. Maybe you label everything. There's that Virgo kind of anal retentiveness I'm sensing from you. And then there's that Taurus, like every item that I own is very precious. And then the Cancer, which is like nostalgia attached to the items that you wear, the items that you have in your home. You might be an amazing gift giver is another thing I'm seeing. Like very particular, okay? But in like a very cute way. Yeah. Okay, how do women see pile number 3's beauty? Chariot, which is Cancer. 6 of Wands. Yeah, you look like the pinnacle of health as well. Like, you really must take care of yourself very well. Maybe you're a gym kind of person. Like you love going to the gym, or you are in a sport of some kind. And so, like, all you have time for is really staying clean and staying healthy, you know, and you eat in order to sustain this, you know, passion that you have. Or you could be a parent, so you know, want to stay in a good shape so you can lift them and play with them and stuff like that. Stay alive for a long time for them. There's something practical to how you view your beauty. And again, with that whole outfit I was just imagining, and I keep imagining this, I'm imagining this person with their hair is clean but up in a ponytail. Their face is you know, it doesn't look like you're wearing any makeup, but your face is very clean and glowy and like has a nice shine to it, clean. You know, lips are hydrated, teeth look really good. Maybe you can see your collarbones, but yeah, you're just wearing like a clean white tee, a flannel over top and some sweatpants and like some cute soft socks. And maybe that's, you just have like a uniform. Maybe that's just what I'm seeing. If anybody has worn that exact outfit, please comment, because I feel a little bit insane with that one. That's so clear to me. This person is just popping in my mind. Okay. Yeah, again, you have this like comforting energy to you, for sure. Like people love to have a movie night with you. People love to pour out their secrets to you, because you're just like, oh no, you know, like there's just something about that with you, you know? Something about your engagement is very validating for women. Okay. You could have a way with words too. You could be very poetic. You could keep a journal, a very tidy journal. It's a peace lily. Like this image really does remind me of what I'm thinking of. It's like peace lily, this candle burning. There's something very cozy and breezy and light about you. It's like a somebody's apartment during the day where the light's coming in and you guys are standing in the kitchen talking, having a deep conversation, and maybe you stop to write a little bit in your journal, or you keep little train tickets that you and your friend went to this place, like stacked in your journal, and you know you're very nostalgic, and yet like kind of finicky and persnickety to your friends, you know, kind of. I do get this vibe that you maybe tell your friends, oh, you shouldn't have turned left on Coventry. You should have turned right onto Smith, because it would have gotten you there 2 minutes earlier. I've timed it, you know? I can just see you saying something like that. And that's how women see your beauty. Something so soft and bright and airy, and yet, you know, sharp and precise. And you take stock of things really well. Like you're somebody who you could leave a lot of tasks to, and they would be able to sort through it easily. So we get Page and Knight of Swords. You bring fresh ideas to people too. Okay, so that's kind of what I was getting with the nitpicking or something. And again, this is purely positive. This is how women are seeing your beauty. They love this about you. maybe you're giving your friends beauty tips or, you know, clothing tips or hacks, you know, but I do definitely see that when you are asked to give advice, you're very specific. You know how to be critical in a way that is helpful, direct, and it's something that these women have never heard before. Like, I think you have a different perspective from a lot of the people that these women have met. And so you bring something new and fresh and young and youthful and yet particular and effective. Yeah, so that's really nice. Yeah, you're kind of like that steadily climb to the top person. And oh, I put a little mark on all the rocks that you should climb up to get to where I am. You're very helpful by nature, and women sense this about you. Like, you're very helpful, loving, open-handed. You're not a backstabber kind of person by any means. I mean, it's laughable. It's laughable to think that you're a backstabber. Because you just have this really good-naturedness to you that women see. Yeah, you'd be awesome to have at a birthday party, you know? Like, you'd get the perfect gift and you would plan it really nicely and you would make sure that the cake flavor was something that your friend actually wanted. Yeah, it's just really loving. Or if you're like a boyfriend to some woman, they notice these little details. You're very detail-oriented, boyfriend or not. You're very detail-oriented, and this comes across in your beauty and how you treat others, and women are really responding pleasantly to this. And there's something about this naive, playful, open-heartedness, vulnerability, that just leads you into calmer waters. It seems to women that you never get trapped in negativity because you just simply turn away from it. Anything that would be negative, you look away from. And it's really that simple for you. At least that's how women perceive you. One more. Two more, I guess. Yeah, and then you're very particular with your words. You might even, on accident, come across harsh, but everyone knows you would never mean to. Everyone knows that you come from a really loving place, and it's funny, we were talking about all this loving, like, nurturing and everything, and then we get the Empress. So yes, that's very much you. You would definitely be that type to clean somebody's wound and put a Band-Aid on it. Like, it's giving very much Jesus Christ washing his friend's feet. Like, I don't know, that's how women see you, though. They see you in this, like, really positive light where you just can do no wrong because it's so clear that you're coming from a good place. And again, even when this Queen of Swords energy comes out, where maybe you're trying to give some helpful advice and it might come out a bit harsh, they can forgive you so easily, and you're right at the same time. This advice was right. So that softens the blow too, you know, pile 3. If you're the kind of person who is occasionally going to give some harsh critique, you got to make sure that you've got a good eye, because you say bad advice one time and then they can kind of throw it all away. I think you know that. Yeah, you like stability. You like tradition. You like doing something every day. I feel like maybe you have a daily routine where you get up and you make your oatmeal and you go to work and you always have this like nice pumpkin coffee, or you do these little things to make your day better. And women see this and they love that about you. It adds to your beauty and adds to your whole allure. And they're really liking that. So, okay. I think women would also love working with you. It's just a side message. That's another way they see your beauty. It's just somebody that they would love to work with. Somebody they would trust their kids with. You know, that's another thing. Somebody who could work and notice the small happy things in life, you know? Okay, let's get some music videos. This a good time. How do women see pile number 3's beauty? How do women see pile number 3's beauty? Ooh. How do women see pile number 3's beauty? Anything else? This is a very like put together feminine vibe. Everybody has shiny hair in this music video as well. This is like a lot of comforting times with a partner, so they could definitely see you this way. And even this woman and this man are very clean. Like they have a shine. There's a naturalism. There's a polished and yet natural, and yet maybe I think she's got a lip gloss on, and then she's got this short haircut where it's very shiny. He wears these like very clean do-rags at one moment that look really nice. Like there's something about fresh pressed. I don't know. Yeah. Bejeweled pretty much speaks for itself. Freaky T is another great one because she's just so sweet. Like she's so smiley, and it's like all pink and curvy, so there's like a kidness to it, and everybody seems to love her. And you know how in some music videos it's like, I wonder if they really like them. Like this is a huge crowd, but it really seems like people responded well to her. She can't know all of them. I guess she could, but it doesn't, you know, with music videos, that's, I don't know, I guess. Anyway, I just feel like everyone should like you. Like if they don't like you, it's because of their own inner demons, and it's nothing to do with you rubbing someone the wrong way. This is great because this has that shiny quality again that I kept getting for you. Like there's a sheen and iridescence. I don't know. Yes, you're a really good friend. You're a really good person to have around. People love having you around. Like you add such a good energy to everything. And you're just you. You know, you're just very you. Hate it or love it. You're going to say what you need to say, that's for sure. And you're going to climb to the top. And you don't mind bringing people along, but you have your own goals. Yeah, I also think that maybe you've had to do the dirty work. You know, you've had to be beneath other people. And so you never treat people as beneath you. That's another thing women see about you. So, all right, that's what I've got for you, Pile 3. Thank you so much. And I will see you next time. Ooh. Pile 4's energy is already coming to me. I haven't even gotten their stone out here. Okay. All right, Pile 4. You ready? You ready? You ready? How do women see your beauty? You're hot. You're very hot. They almost see you as like promiscuous even. Like there's something so hot about you that people assume, or women assume something about your ability to catch. Like you could catch anybody. You could get anybody. It's giving Jolene. Jolene, please don't take my man. Please. Okay. How do women see Pile number 4's beauty? Got. And oh my god, and every single one of these dice wanted to come off the map. So it's like you're just out of this world. You're out of this world. Like I think women who are attracted to you, like in a romantic way, they're head over heels. They're like, they simp for you right away. Like they just see you. I feel like women who are attracted to you in a romantic sense would be willing to embarrass themselves over you. You know, would be willing to make the first move, and not even just make the first move, but like kind of, they'd be willing to make a fool of themselves. Like, you know, in those podcasts when a female host brings on a male co-host that's like obviously really attractive, and they just start like just complimenting them like crazy, to the point where you see the guy getting kind of like embarrassed. I feel like that's the energy you bring out of people. Pile 4. Oh my gosh, I just got smoke in my eye. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like you're blinding these women. Okay. And then if it's a friendship, I think they just see you as somebody who could pull anybody. Like, they're impressed with you, Pile 4. They want to learn your secrets. I feel like women, if they just want you platonically, they would ask you to give them a makeover. You know, that kind of vibe, confirmation. I remember I have done that. It's like, I could just feel myself going on a tangent. I just feel like, you know, maybe it's embarrassing to have had those kind of situations, but I don't think it is. I feel like, no, it's innocent. Like, they just want, you seem to have the secret sauce, Pile 4. Like, you seem to have the secret sauce, and they want that, you know? They want to go out in public and be seen by everybody. Yeah, for you get Leo, Aries, so that's 2 fire signs. So, you know, throw Sagittarius in there too. And then we've got Aquarius. So, yeah, there's something different, special, and a cut above the rest. I'm getting like Rihanna. You know, just an obvious, like, sex with me, so amazing. Work, no vacation. Persevere, leave no stone unturned. Yeah, there's not a single person on earth that wouldn't be attracted to you. That is how women see you, anyway. So they might be afraid of you at the star. The star is Aquarius, too. So they might be, like, a little bit afraid of you, like, because of your beauty and the power you hold. I don't think you give off mean at all, Pile 4, and yet people are afraid you will be mean just because you're so good looking. But you're not giving off mean. Like, I think it was Pile 1 that had, like, a resting bitch face or something. That's not the phrase. Resting? No, maybe it is the phrase. I'm tired, sorry. Yeah, people, but I do feel like women get a little bit tongue-tied around you. They want to impress you because your beauty says that you're one to be impressed. You need to impress Pile 4. Look at them. There's something like that with you. They might feel like the needy to your Jennifer Check. You know, like, why does Pile 4 even want to be friends with me? So you could get some women being jealous after a while, you know, but it's just coming from insecurity. I hope you don't have to deal with it too much, but you might, because you've got this star quality. Not only are you just like a sex bomb, like, hot person, I think also you just have that star quality of being really different, special, not an easy formula to follow. Like, even if somebody were to copy your outfits, copy your hairstyles, you know, you wear pigtails every day and now they start wearing pigtails, but it doesn't hit the same or something, at least in their opinion. And then if you're a man, again, I feel like there might be this fear that you draw all the moths to your flame, so to speak. So they want to be the best moth. You know, how do I, you might be getting a lot of women acting out of character in front of you, Pile 4. No matter who you are, no matter what they're attracted to. I just feel like platonic and romantic, women might act a little bit out of character at first around you because you are so attractive and you seem so just obviously good. And also there's something about the look in your eye that women see. Women see this beauty in the look in your eye. The look in your eye is sexy. The look in your eye is very charming. The look in your eye says, I know you want to be with me. Okay. Ooh, Pile 4. Walk along my way. No, not really. I have a boyfriend. But I feel the need to say that to you. Do you get a lot of women that are like, oh, I have a boyfriend, even though you have not said anything? I can see that. I'm like even giggling around you. I feel like you might get that too. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm really feeling this energy. That's funny. You're making me nervous. You're making me nervous, Pile 4. I'm a woman and I see your beauty as something that is like the trophy husband, trophy wife. Like, it's just, you'd have to really compete to get with you, Pile 4. It makes people nervous, but I don't even think it's necessarily just the competition. I feel like it's you entirely. You have that look in your eye. You're giving off sex. There's something about your pheromones. Women are really noticing your pheromones when it comes to your beauty. I'm not really sure. You might also have like a more of an amber scent in your cologne or your perfume, like something rich, maybe hot chocolate, or, you know, like a tonka scent, or again, like amber, patchouli, wood fire burning, you know, kind of scents. Or that might work really well if you haven't tried those scents. You might want to try it, Pal 4, because it goes really well with your energy. Also, I think eyeliner, you know, something to accentuate your eyes. Women also notice your eyebrows, so I'm sensing different eyebrows, obviously, for different people, but some of you might have darker eyebrows, and it really, like, adds to this enticing sexiness that you have, okay? But yeah, there's a depth to your eyes. Oh, my goodness. Oh, Pile 4. Relax. Yeah, I see women really falling them all over themselves when it comes to you, Pile 4. Like, if this was the 1600s, women would be fainting in front of you, so you'd have to take care of them. Like, I'm seeing, like, women scheme to get around you, scheme to get in your presence, you know, like, they're, like, giggling and falling all over themselves, and you said something that maybe wasn't even considered a joke, you know? And there's also just something about your eyes that says they think you're attractive, that you know they're turned on in your presence. And if this is not romantic, that you have a secret with this person. I think if it's not romantic, if it's platonic, or even if it's like just starting out platonic and eventually would lead to romantic, there's something that you do with everybody, with all these women, that is, you make them feel like they have a secret between the two of you. You look into their eyes and it's like you can read their mind. And I think this adds to the beauty too. You create instant closeness because of this eye contact, okay? How do women see Pile 4's beauty? They feel naive, they feel silly a little bit, but like in a very like lighthearted way, silly, giggly, like I just, you know, sucked on some helium kind of vibes. You make women feel like a little lightheaded, a little fresh, you know, and if this is platonic, you know, project that onto being platonic. It's like you make people feel fresh and special. So even if this is friendship, which we do have the 11th house, which is friendship, even if it's friendship, you make people feel special because you chose them. Again, it's like the Jennifer check to the needy, right? It's like, why does Pile 4 want to be my friend? I feel like I'm on top of the world. I got picked by the most special person. Okay. It's like, also, I think if women could have you as a friend, they want you as their best friend. And if women could have you as a partner, they want you locked down. You know, that's the kind of energy too. That's how they see your beauty. Also, with these characters and also the imagery I was getting in my head, you could be somebody with really dark hair, and really dark eyes, and, you know, maybe like a lot of, if you're a man, you could have a lot of body hair, and women find this really beautiful. If you're a woman, you could have, again, a really thick eyebrows, or very long hair, or very thick hair. Yeah, I'm getting really thick hair for a lot of you. You could wear really like luxurious, extra kind of jewelry. If you're Indian, this is definitely confirmation for you, because the people I'm picturing in my head are Indian, and then this image is also Indian. So that'll be for somebody. But you also could wear like deeper blushes, or a darker lip stain, or again, eyeliner. I keep getting eyeliner for men and women. And if you haven't worn eyeliner and a smoky amber scent and some gold jewelry, I would try that out. Some heavy blush, you would look really good in that. So I don't know who that was for, but okay. See, and they're not all Indian in these cards. So it's very interesting. Maybe you have facial jewelry as well, and women are noticing this, and they love your jewelry placement. They love your stylistic choices, as well as obviously your natural beauty, but your accessory choices are really good, and the way you do your hair is also very beautiful. There's a lot of headpieces here, so you could wear headbands, you could wear a hijab, because I also got the image of somebody wearing a hijab and you can just see their eyes and eyebrows, and it's like so freaking striking. So that could be for somebody out there. But also you could just wear hats, you know. And so there's something about hats or jewelry or headbands or, you know, stuff that really covers up your head and your face a little bit, that it adds to people's beauty, because then it's like there's a reveal. There's like a reveal to do to you. I don't know. Women, that's what women see in your beauty too. Okay. There's almost something, it's like the look in your eye says that you know, and yet your actions say that maybe you don't know. There's almost this play back and forth between the look in your eye says that you know, but then sometimes you'll do something that is so inadvertently sexy, or you'll wear something that is so obviously not on purpose sexy, that people are like, okay, wait a minute. Like, do they not know? Okay, that part didn't seem on purpose. Like, does that mean it's all not on purpose? You know, there's like this question. There's this mysteriousness to you, Pal 4. Okay. Yeah, there's almost like a slyness. They wonder if it's sly. And they also would, again, like lie, cheat, and steal to get in your presence. Yeah, okay. And there's competition, you know, they would, if you needed a pen, they would knock the pen out of somebody else's hand just to be the one to give you the pen. If, you know, again, I don't think this is limited to romance, even though, you know, I'm using the language of sexiness, hotness. It's like, I think my friends are hot, you know, like, I think that is a normal thing. And then here's some more long hair. And I've also seen like a darker skin tone, so you could have that and women notice that and think it's really attractive. Yeah, you seem like a full package, the kind that would be worth marrying or being lifelong best friends with. This one. Okay, this is the last. How do women see pile number 4's beauty? I do feel like people are prone to making mistakes in your presence because of your beauty. So if people are clumsier around you, now you know why. Because it's not that everyone is clumsy. Like, they're just slipping up on their words a little bit because you throw people off, because they want to impress you. You have this amazing beauty, and it also looks like you can read their mind. So it adds to that, like, little bit of embarrassment. You might get a lot of people blushing, or a lot of women blushing. Yeah, you're the eligible bachelor or bachelorette, that's for sure. And you're very stable, and you're very cool to talk to. Like, again, remember, or maybe you don't remember, but I will tell you about the scene in Jennifer's Body, where before the fire, they are at the bar, and Jennifer, you know, puts on a good face to go talk to the band. You know, she says she knows exactly what to say to talk to the band, to get them a shot, you know, and she could talk to anyone. And that's the kind of vibe you give off to women, Pal 4. It's like, you could talk to anyone. You could, you know, you'd be the type that'd be perfect to bring home to the parents. You would charm the parents immediately. Everybody would love you. They would even be worried their cousins would want to date you, you know? That's the kind of energy you're giving. I think people long after you as well. Women see your beauty as somebody worth pining over. You're diligent, hardworking, you know, somebody who cares about their goals, that Aries sense of ambition, going after it, doing what needs to be done to achieve, you know, and that's very attractive as well. Like, you win prom queen or king, and that's how women see your beauty, even if it's not what literally happened. it's like but at the same time that you seem like this obvious 10 that everyone would want, and there's tons of competition, you also seem like the type to want to settle down. You seem like the type to want to have a family and be nice to kids. Like, maybe women have seen you be nice to children or care about children, and this adds to your beauty, because it shows you're not a callous person by any means. It's just that you're so stunning. And it adds to your beauty. It adds to your sexual allure that you're not a cruel person. You're not somebody who looks down on children or animals or people that are beneath you or something. Like, you wouldn't be the type to think like that. Because honestly, that's what kind of turns women and probably everybody away from liking those celebrity-looking people or the hottest people you've ever seen, is because often they're cruel, or often they don't treat people with respect, and so you subvert that expectation. Yeah, you're a hard worker. You steadily climb to the top, and so it's like you're both, beauty and brains and hard work. Like, of course, women love you. Yeah, and there's something about women love you. How do women see your beauty is the topic, but they love you. They just absolutely love you. And then we get the Hierophant again over here. Yeah, you're fun to work with. You're not like a stick in the mud type either. Like, again, with you not looking down on people, even though you could take the leadership role in every way. So this is where you differ from Jennifer Check, right? But even though you could just forcefully take leadership because of your beauty and because of your, basically how you make people feel is so good that you would be such a good cult leader, basically. You don't do that sort of thing. I think you're benevolent, and you like to work with others, and you like to hear what they say, and you like to soothe people's anxiety, and you don't want people to feel so uncomfortable in your presence. I feel like maybe it makes you kind of uncomfortable that people feel so anxious to talk to you, or that they're always tripping over themselves. It's like you kind of wish that people would be more comfortable with you. And women can see that. They can see that you want them to be comfortable, that you're not trying to make them uncomfortable. You might be flirting at times, but you don't want to make them uncomfortable. You don't want to make them feel less than or unworthy or something. And women appreciate that, and they like it, and then that makes them even more nervous, and it makes them even more giggly. So anyway, that's what I'm getting for you. Let's pull some music videos. How do women see pile number 4's beauty? Yep. Like, you'd be the kind of person in a grocery store that somebody would kind of follow around just because they're hot. So again, I'm sorry. It's hard to be a celebrity pile 4. That's what you are. Of course, we get Beverly Hills. Too as well. I got a lot of music videos for you. I feel like the spirit guides always want to do like 100 music videos, and by the time I reach the end of these pick-a cards, I'm too weak to tell them no. And that's how women see you, though. They feel like they cannot tell you no because you just make them so weak. This is so funny. Like, love on top. People would be that trophy wife to you, if that's your situation. Yeah, you could really do damage. Like, damage, don't fuck me up. Like, that's kind of the same energy. And then you have this like business sexy vibe, and Shania Twain, I mean, she looks her absolute best ever in this music video. So again, it's like you just look like your absolute best ever from women's perspective. Like, you could have any kind of necessities you want. Like, if your requirements of a friend is that they have to be a 5-foot redhead, you could find them. You know, like, there's something about you, Power 4, where women see your beauty as somebody worthy of whatever standard you want to impose. Yeah, you got a lot of people on your line that would definitely do anything for you. It's like, I got them hooked on just a friendship. That's definitely you. But women. Beverly Hills, again, this famous energy that you've got. Sexy, really sexy. This song is sexy. This music video is sexy. That's the kind of energy that you're giving off to women. I'm not even sure you're super doing it on purpose. This is a great one because, again, you'd be the perfect spouse. And this is them, like, going around and, you know, Rosalia, I think is how you pronounce her name. She's a 10. And they're both, like, famous. So there's something about this where women see you as somebody who would have, like, a power couple dynamic. Like, you would need somebody just as good. The famous energy again. And it's Pussycat Dolls. Like, they're amazing looking. Stairway to Heaven. There's really a perfection sense with you. But then we get Stairway to Heaven, and we have the 6 of Wands, where she's climbing the mountain. And where would I be? So again, I think there's a hard-working sense to you. I think we got the King of Pentacles too. So like there's this hard-working, steadily climbing to your goals energy to you. Yeah, and we did say that with the Aries. Yeah, people would chase you down. People would get hung up on you. People would, you know, have all these fantasies. This is a great music video. Smoking out the window. And this is a great place to leave it because this is where you leave a lot of women. They're smoking out the window thinking about you. Yep. So that's what I've got for you. Thank you so much. I will leave these down below and definitely comment to tell me what resonated. And I'll see you next time, okay?